the way we go from this physical plane into other experiences is the same for all of us. Above this physical plane is an astral plane. An astral plane is much richer, much bigger, and people who have experiences, they write to me how beautiful that experience is, that everything is more beautiful there, radiant there, shining there, and they can see it in meditation. But when we want to die, when we die either through meditation or really in physically death, we go into that state. That state has an overlap with this state. The astral and physical states have an overlap period where the overlap gives us access to both sides. Many people who die with a lot of desires left for things in this life, they stay in the overlap for a long time trying to go exactly where they wanted to be. So we say there's a haunted place, there are ghosts here, there are all kinds of, we call bhoot and pret. They distinguish two kinds of ghosts. Bhoot is one that runs around all over, chasing all over the world because it couldn't find what it wanted to find when it in the physical body. And in the disembodied state, that spirit in the overlap, physico-astral overlap, is running around trying to locate what it wanted. The pret is one who is stuck because of an event that took place, like a murder or a suicide or something, and that soul gets stuck there in the body, in the astral body, gets stuck there for the remaining period of the notional life. Each of us come with a notional life in our destiny that we supposing we have to live to age 80. And a person at age 40 commits suicide. For the remaining 40 years, he's stuck in the very place where he was, the disembodied state, in a ghost. And we start saying there's a haunted house, and we can hear these persons. And they try to contact us through various activities there, making noises, trying to show footsteps, whatever they can do, little bit, opening doors, opening lights. So these kind of experiences are for 40 years for such a person because of the notional life having been cut down to a physical life of 40 years instead of 80. So this overlap of the astral and physical is a very huge area. And there are so many souls in their astral selves roaming around there because of their desires and attachments for worldly things. But those who have not desires for worldly things but want to go back home, they don't come in that area. They jump to the astral stage, which itself is so beautiful and so attractive. Many of the souls are actually waiting there and saying, let's see this more before we go back. And masters have allowed them. Okay, you wanted to have a good time in the physical, you want to have a good time in the astral, okay, take your time. They are in no hurry. We are in a hurry. Masters are in no hurry. They know that once they have initiated the person, he'll be taken back to home and they'll stay with that person at any stage, at all stages. So that is why there are so many levels through which many souls, but they never come back more than 4 times no matter what. They can have time on the way. So these are so many experiences, and we can have access to all glimpses of those experiences while we are still in the physical body here. So that we don't have to believe somebody else. You don't have to believe my words, what I am telling you, that these things exist. I want you to verify for yourself. And all of you can verify, because nothing I am saying is outside of you. It is all inside your head, all inside that little chamber from where we started. The 10th door through which you look inside. All the thing that you look inside, including the examination of the room, is being done from the 10th door, not from these eyes, not from anything on the body. So if you pursue that, you can fly into the sky outside, you can fly up into the higher regions if you like, and maybe we'll have some experience of that also before I leave tomorrow. That you can have these experiences inside and have glimpses. You don't want to leave the body, you still have notional time over here, but you want to have the experience of what is inside, what you to expect when you physically die. You can see right now what you will expect when you physically die, and fear of death will go away forever from you. So this is all possible through meditation. So meditation is a very, very wonderful thing in so many ways for so many of us who think differently. It is not necessary to just follow in line with one line. Whatever your own line of thinking is, you can go on that and examine what's the truth about it. What have you believed? Is it true? You can verify. I personally feel only verified truth is one which you should accept. Don't reject the rest because you haven't known. Don't reject somebody says, I have seen something. Maybe you have seen, I haven't. When I see it, I'll also believe it. But I don't disbelieve just because you have seen it, I have not seen. Our tendency is, if we have not seen, we say nobody else has seen. Now that's not fair to anybody, because somebody else has seen something. You say, also, I'll also try and see, tell me how. And if he can tell you how, examine and test it out, whether you can see all those things.